This video is about a couple of little tips and some products that you might want to consider if you want to try to go a more green route, okay? The point of this video is for those of us that are just trying to do small things here and there to help make a difference where we can. And that's all this is. This isn't about coming up here and saying you're either green or you're polluting the world entirely. It's about finding these little ways that we can help. Does that make sense? So you think about going green, reduce, reuse, recycle. Let's talk about that recycle one, okay? When it comes to papers, especially drawing, sketching papers, there are a lot of options out there in recycled paper, okay? A lot of the companies, when they make a recycled paper, such as Canson, Strathmore, Fabriano, and others, they actually take the time to make the covers green, so it's nice and easy to see. These pads don't cost any more than a regular pad, and quite frankly, the paper, to me, looks the same. And you have a ton of options. You've got toned papers, sketching papers, drawing papers, pads, Bristol paper, in fact. This is all made with recycled paper, and it's fine. It's the same. In fact, I don't really understand why I wouldn't use it if it was maybe just not available, perhaps. It's such a go-to thing. It performs the same. It's just recycled paper. So that, in my opinion, is a very easy way to, start the conversation of like, well, all right, so I like to use a lot of sketchbooks. I'm using one with recycled paper. And simple as that, you can start this process of going a little green. And again, these are all just little tiny things to help sort of make us feel like we're helping a greater good. And when it comes to all these recycled papers, you can recycle the paper. Whether or not you're using a pad made with non-recycled paper or a pad with recycled paper, you can still recycle it if you need to, or if you're not, using it to make a finished piece of art. Any reason to throw it away is a reason you can recycle it, okay? Regardless of whether it was recycled to begin with or not, it is recyclable. And that goes for more than just drawing and sketching papers. That goes for your watercolor papers as well. They are recyclable. So, paper, right? Wood pulp. Let's talk about wood, okay? Because wood is also a big hot topic when it comes to reduce, reuse, recycle, okay? We want to find sustainable wood sources, right? So wood is in a lot of different art materials, from brush handles to what we encase pencils in to easels. So I'm going to show you a couple of things I have up here, right? This is the Faber-Castell 12-piece Pitt monochrome set. These are kind of known as the green pencil. Now, I had Katie print something out ahead of time because it's a little wordy. Since 2010, more than 95% of the wood used for the entire Faber-Castell group is certified according to strict specifications of the SSC, which stands for Chain of Custody? No, that's FSC-COC. Oh, Forest Stewardship Council. And in compliance with laws, regulations, conventions, yada, yada, yada. You can look it up. It's a green pencil. They use sustainable wood sources, okay? And that's important because without sustainable wood sources, we're depleting. And I don't want to be depleted. In their words, this guarantees an environmentally friendly, economically viable, and socially responsible supply of wood, okay? And that is part of the Faber-Castell's green pencil, which is nice. And, Faber makes a beautiful pencil. I mean, anybody that's ever used them, you can't deny that it's a well-made, well-designed pencil, and you can keep that in mind when selecting pencils, using one with a sustainable wood. Now, also, although there are limited options, I'm hoping more will become available. There are also sustainable wood pieces of furniture, such as, well, like this table easel. This is made out of a bamboo wood, okay? You'll find that there are available other types of easels and furniture that are made of a sustainable wood. It doesn't really make that big of a difference to the piece of furniture you have. Wood can be stained to just about any color. So if it is something that you want to consider, look for eco-friendly, sustainable wood easels or bamboo easels. When you are looking through, our website, or you're trying to find a piece of furniture, you can try certain words like sustainable wood, bamboo. These are things that would hopefully pull up options for you. This is our, I think, Symphony table easel. It's, if you've never used anything made of bamboo or a sustainable wood, you're not going to notice a difference, really. It's sturdy. It's wood. You're not like painting on something that's going to be flimsy or fall apart. It's a quality product, okay? Moving on from that, let's talk about sort of more animal friendly when it comes to the fact that we are not shaving animals to harvest their hair, okay? And that is synthetic brushes. There have been huge advancements in synthetic brushes over the past few years, making them really, really spectacular to work with, especially for watercolor and acrylic painters, okay? When you look at our Mimikalinsky line, for example, the hairs hold together beautifully. They get sharp points. They are resilient. And they also hold a lot more water than you might think from a traditional synthetic brush, because natural hair is absorbent. And although these are not natural hairs, one of the things that makes hair so absorbent is the filaments being different sizes. So if you were to run your hands through your hair right now, like Fabio, you might notice that the texture changes. Some of your hair might be a little thinner, some of it might be a little coarser. Not every strand of your hair is the same diameter, okay? And that's part of what traps in moisture. And they've taken that and applied it to their brushes. So these brushes, these Mimikalinsky brushes, for example, our Mimic Hog, I believe even our Berlin, these bristles are not the same diameter, which makes it emulate a natural hair more, which holds more color, more water, makes them more absorbent, even though they are not natural hair. And this is something that's only been happening in recent years, so it makes a higher quality product, and something I really recommend regardless if you're painting in acrylic or watercolor. It's a great product. So moving away from brushes, paper, well, I guess we're not moving away from paper. We're moving over to a different type of paper, watercolor paper, okay? High quality watercolor paper is made of 100% cotton. Now this is recyclable, although I don't know how many recycled pads they make in watercolor paper. However, what makes the Fabriano particularly unique, the Artistico, is that unlike other mold-made papers, this is completely vegan. There was no gelatin in the sizing. They have a synthetic sizing, which performs beautifully. I wouldn't know the difference. Personally, maybe you have been using both papers or you've tried both papers and are very particular, and that's fine. But for me, I saw no disadvantage to the Fabriano paper, and I just choose it simply for that reason, knowing it's vegan, and I like that. So I just use it simply for the fact that it's vegan. I like that, and it performs good enough for me. In my opinion, this is a high quality, professional grade watercolor paper that has no animal byproducts. So that's just, something that makes me feel good, and I like the product I'm using. And a quick tip for you acrylic painters specifically, watercolor painters might not have to worry about this as much, but acrylic painters should. You want to filter your dirty acrylic water, okay? And I don't mean you need to get a Brita filter and, repurpose it for drinking. What I mean is, before you dump that water down the drain, take something like a cheesecloth, something that will catch the little dried bits of acrylic paint before you pour it down the drain, okay? That's just a good tip overall. It'll help with your plumbing. It will also help the environment. Minor thing. So I'm coming up here doing a video, giving you a few little tips here, talking about sustainable wood, talking about recycled papers, talking about vegan sizing, animal-friendly brushes, etc. But there are things that I have missed, and that's the most important thing. So please put down in the comments below, what are some of the things, big or small, that you do to help your painting and art experience go green. And if you want to, while you're at it, join me on Instagram at MikeNotJerry. We'll put that up right there for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Everybody takes good care of me here. Where I post, random stuff about art, things to keep you inspired, things to keep you creative, or just pictures of my kids because they're friggin' adorable. If this video was helpful, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel to see future videos, future content. Every now and then I have special deals that I can give to you guys exclusively here on YouTube. And ring the bell to be notified so you don't miss out on when those videos post. And we will see you at our next Artist Problems, because we got more problems to get to. They never run out. I can just keep creating them. Just ask my wife. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. If it wasn't helpful, give it a thumbs down. No, I shouldn't say that because that's negative.
Don't tell them to do that.
Well, give me a thumbs down because I deserve it.